So I'm just gonna start this video off by saying, and I know all y'all finna relate, I'm tired of staying home. I'm done. I'm over it. I want to go outside.
She knows she bad, but what's new? Maybe the baddest. I want you, girl. I gotta have it. What it do, girl? You cool, girl.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Naomi, and if you're not, welcome back to another YouTube video. So as y'all can tell by the title, in this video I'll be giving you guys some of my unpopular opinions about this coronavirus or whatever that's going around. So before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow my Instagram at Nice So Pretty. That will be in the description down below, and we're just gonna jump into this video. But I wrote down some of my unpopular opinions, and I'm just gonna jump into it. And do not get offended. This is not to offend nobody. This is my opinions. Y'all have your own opinions. This is my opinions. Okay. So my first one is, the coronavirus has been around for years, yet the US or the government is just now telling us about it in 2020/2019. Let me get into this. So basically, what I'm saying about this one is, I feel like, well, if you've been on social media, then you really already know that this coronavirus has been around. There's evidence on it. There's movies on Netflix. There's medical surgeons at the hospitals telling us information on the inside that the government is not trying to come out to us about. So y'all gotta open your eyes about that one. If you think about it, how, if they're just telling us about this a few months ago and already over 1.1 million people worldwide has caught it? I don't understand it. If 1.1 million people have already caught it, and yes, I did my research before this video. Over 1.1 million people has caught the coronavirus or COVID-19, and in the midst of only a few months. Yeah, I understand people have traveled and all that stuff, but if they told us about this, the beginning of February they told us about this, or the end of January, something like that, they told us about this, and already 1.1 million people, and then other people are dead. Come on now, this has been around since years and decades, probably even decades it could have been. I don't know. This next one here is, I feel like, is a proven fact already, but basically the coronavirus is a man-made virus, and I don't know if you guys have heard, but there really has been things saying how the coronavirus is a cover-up, and that's not really the problem. The problem is they're putting 5G radiation everywhere. They're installing it in towers, phone cells, technology, and when we sleep with it, that's what's giving us sickness, cancer, nauseous, whatever that word is, all of that stuff. That's basically why they're telling us we're sick, is because of the coronavirus. But they're also saying that coronavirus can sit on areas for, what was it, 5 days? I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think they said it was for 5 days that the coronavirus can sit on areas without being infected. How does that make sense? Because think about it. If that's true, everyone would have it. Everyone will have the coronavirus if it can sit on areas for 5+ days without being infected, because people is obviously everywhere, and obviously it may be intoxicated because there's pollution in the air, we have stuff on our fingers. Toxins can intoxicate the coronavirus. Am I right or am I wrong? Bleach can kill any virus. Make it make sense. I did my research, baby. I did my research. Next one is, the government is lying about not having enough supply sources. When I say this, obviously if you guys go to like stores now and you're looking for toilet paper, the shelves are empty, and when you go to the People in the stores, they'd be like, no, we don't have no more toilet paper, it's all wiped out. The US is a high demand country or whatever. The US is a high demand country. We have the most supply, and that's why everybody want to come to the US, because it's easier. We have a high demand, we have a high supply need, and we have so many sources in order to get what we need in the US. So there should not be no way that we're running out of supplies at all. No matter what it is, we should not be running out of toilet paper. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they said that coronavirus was found in toilet paper, but that was something on the internet. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but we should not be running out of anything, and that's just that. So this one, I don't really have, all evidence for it, but this is just me, my opinion. I feel like China is trying to get back at the US, or trying to get back at Trump for some reason whatsoever. He must have did something to them. Remember in the beginning of January, the beginning of 2020, there was supposed to be this war or whatever, and Trump killed somebody in Iran or something like that. I don't know if China was connected to the people and Trump killed their people, and that's why China wants to kill us. But to be honest, China, y'all cool peoples. I don't got nothing against y'all. But no, for real, I feel like China they just want to do something at this point. So for my next one is, I feel like Trump is trying to act like it's not a big problem, because if you watch the news recently, Trump is being rude to he's being rude to reporters, the little people with the mics. They ask him questions. They ask Trump questions, and Trump's like, oh, I don't know, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I feel like he's just saying that because he knew about it. Obviously, he's the president. He knew about the coronavirus beforehand, before we knew about it. And he wants to act like it's not big of a problem, but when that lady coughed around him, he left. So he wants to say that, oh, we're overreacting and stuff like that. But it's at the same time that people are jobless, people are homeless, stores may be running out of food soon. People just have things to do. We have life to live. We have businesses to run. The coronavirus is messing up my hair business, and I don't like it. So people like entrepreneurs, they have businesses to run. Everybody has a business to run. Everybody has money to make. And the coronavirus is messing up our money. And that's just that. So this one here hits on a personal level. If you're a student like me, during this pandemic, students were taken out of school, sent home, and is now being forced to take online schooling. Due to this pandemic, we are being forced to take online schooling out of nowhere. 90% of us, or 99% of us, something like that, have never did online school, have never been homeschooled, and we're being forced to take online schooling. And if we don't wake up for the school, we fail the class, which I feel like is not fair at all, because why should we have to be forced into doing something that we have nothing to do with, and if we don't do it, we don't pass the class, which I feel like is not fair on my behalf and thousands of other students' behalves. That's why I feel like they did a goal to reach $100,000 or something like that, just to cancel school for the rest of the year so we don't have to do online classes. Teachers are giving us a multitude of work. We have 8 classes, well 7, not including study hall. We have 7 classes, and for me, each one of my teachers are putting 4 or 5 assignments out a week and want us to get it done by that Friday, but don't realize that we have other classes, you feel me? And that's not fair on students' behalves. I feel like they should look into something with giving us either less assignments or just canceling online school, period. I feel like they should just cancel online school, because obviously during this time, kids are not worried about school. We're just being honest, we're not worried about school during this time, but I'm gonna still do my work. But it can get overwhelming sometimes because I want to pass my classes, but it's like I'm not motivated to actually do the work because, you know, different circumstances. So I feel like they should just cancel online school and just give us the rest of the year off, and do not take days off in summer, and do not make us start next year early, because I feel like they're trying to give us less time now on school, and then when school starts back, they're going to start it like early, and I do not want them to do that. So yeah, that's it basically. So guys, that was the end of this Unpopular Opinions coronavirus/COVID-19 video. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I hope nobody was offended by anything. If you guys have any more video ideas, make sure to comment down below. Follow my Instagram at Night So Pretty. It'll pop up right here. Make sure you follow that. And I love you guys. On the road to 700 subscribers. Bye. Make sure you subscribe, okay? Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay? Okay.